the equivalent of at least 10,000 tons of TNT detonated deep underground. That's the explosive power of Kim Jong Un's latest nuclear bomb test, according to South Korean officials.
The North Korean detonation is similar in size to the bomb detonated over Hiroshima.
The South Koreans say this is twice as powerful as North Korea's last nuclear test in January. Tonight, in Washington, Seoul, and Tokyo, officials are calling this a new level of threat from Kim. One U.S. official telling CNN the North Koreans' capability is, quote, very troubling.
This is an inherently dangerous situation. The White House is so concerned that they're talking about extended deterrence, which means that if they launch against us or our allies, we will launch against them.
The North Koreans claim they were testing a nuclear warhead that can be mounted on ballistic missiles or rockets. A key question tonight, who's under the most imminent threat?
We assess that North Korea's had the ability to put nuclear warheads on its sort of shorter range no-dong missiles that could hit Japan and South Korea.
Weapons experts say the North Koreans likely can fit a warhead onto an intercontinental ballistic missile which could hit the U.S. But they say they haven't yet tested the capability of those missiles to re-enter the atmosphere from space, so it's not clear if they'd work. The fear of one analyst, that Kim's regime will do a live test of a nuclear weapon on one of their missiles. The U.S. and its allies might not know it's a test, and it could trigger a war. Is that a possibility?
They could, in a more realistic scenario, use it as a way to fire a warning shot if they felt they were going to be invaded.
Experts say North Korea's likely got between 13 and 20 nuclear bombs, and they're on their way to having 50 or more by 2020. With this threat, another frightening assessment tonight of the man who has those weapons at his disposal. It comes from his main rival in the South.
I think the mental condition of Kim Jong Un is out of control.
What makes Kim Jong Un really threatening is that he may have a weak grip on power. Recently, there have been a number of high-level defections. There's also been a restarting of the executions of senior officials. That means that there's turmoil in Pyongyang.
Now, tonight, the White House is promising, quote, serious consequences for Kim because of this test, but the president's options are limited. Sanctions have had no effect on Kim's behavior. A first military strike, very unlikely. A cyber attack, possibly. But North Korea is not well connected to the internet, and many of its cyber warriors are actually in China.